Okay, so this is my current power. Let's see, can it focus? Oh, I can probably zoom out. Right now we're sitting pretty here at 12.82 volts. That's DC. And yeah, so this is my inverter, which I can turn it on now and nothing will happen because that's just my inverter. This thing here, this is my switch. It's an automatic switch, which is not what a lot of people have, but they should have. Because what this allows me, I'll show you. I'm going to turn off my AC because I don't want to drain my power right now. You can see my TV is on. And yeah. So I got my inverter on. And now I got my... I'm going to turn on my switch. It's saying that I have 12.5 volts, 13.5 volts. And now, my TV just running off of my solar power right now. And you guys didn't even see it flinch. Because it didn't. This thing will automatically switch. When I turn this on, it'll automatically switch to my solar system as long as I have my inverter on. If I don't have my inverter on and I turn this on, well, guess what? I would have no power. So anyway, it's pretty neat. And this is my power selection. If I want to run off my generator or the power cord, and of course I have it set on the power cord because that's what I'm using. And over here, okay, so I know it's pretty tight in there, so this is my battery controller charger for the solar system. This is where my solar panels run into, and that will go and charge my battery, which is inside my storage here. But yeah, this is like all the wires I've had to deal with. Also, I'm going to install a switch. An actual regular household switch. I haven't dealt with one of these before because this particular one, I just got it today. It has a light. And that's there to let you know that, hey, whatever you're turning on is on. So, you might be asking, why would I go and install a 120 volt light switch into my RV which uses all 12 volt lights, right? Well, here's the thing. For the most part, yes, that is true. There'd be no sense of using one of these switches for my lights. They're all 12 volt WAN. This is for my battery charger, also known as the battery converter. Okay, if you're still watching, great, I appreciate it. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and install that switch now. So, let's see here. I'm going to have to see maybe I don't want to go and put that switch right here. I can't because I have the controller right here that's for this little thing that tells me what my batteries are or where they're sitting at. It's right there in that spot. I forgot. Yeah, it's right in there. Well, maybe I shouldn't put it right there. Do, however, have space here. Okay, so I've decided to go ahead and put the switch probably right about here because it's the only space that seems to be available inside this cabinet where I don't have a whole lot of wires, and well, I got a lot of room here, so that's probably my best bet. Gotta get a little bit more creative when you're doing things like that, because these are designed to where you have an actual box, like a little metal box or plastic box that you normally would just mount these right into. Well, I don't have that. I could put one on, but if I put one on, it'll stick out too far to where I can use my drawer. So I just want to use this. And I've done that before with some other regular outlets where you're supposed to use a box. I didn't. I just used the panel itself and just wired to it. Seems to work just fine. And it's not like anything is ever going to touch it. So, and this more than likely wouldn't either. But the possibility is there, I suppose. So, what I'm going to do, so I'm trying to see, like, this is a hole saw. So, if I compare this, I could make this work. Just to show you guys what I'm having to be dealing with. Right about here is where I want to put that switch, and you can see all the wires. All those wires in that hole there, I went and put them in. That's all the wiring for the solar and the switch, and yeah. And we have hole number 2. Alright, I don't know if you can see that. Let me make that. Okay. So, there's these little middle things I'm going to have to get rid of. I'm going to use the saw to do it. Alright, let's hope for the best. Yeah, I think it'll work, other than, yeah, crap, I totally forgot about that. Dang it. Well, I didn't want to cause myself more work, but I just did. I'm working on moving this up further because I still like to use the cover. And this is something I put in here because I was trying to get my table to be a little bit more stabilized. Before I'm going to go and actually mount this on there, I'm going to make sure I get the wiring for this hooked up and enough of it, which you want to get that done before you mount it, because once you mounted something like this inside of here and then having to screw around with the wires, it becomes a mess. So basically now I'm trying to open up this little fuse box so I can make sure that whatever it is I'm gonna be doing doesn't have power on it and it's gonna electrocute me. So, okay, this is for, yeah, I need to remove that whole thing. I need to actually see what's going on. Just so you guys can see, this is my timer for my converter box, battery charger. Basic household timer. That's what I got. You can program these. I have it programmed to basically turn on at night, turn off in the morning, every day. It's worked for me for ever since I got it, installed it. Obviously you can see that I use just regular extension cord wiring. It does the job. I don't have any complaints. So I turned on the timer, and I know that my converter box is on. Light still didn't come on, and now my converter box is off. So I know that works. Yeah. So yeah. I'm gonna have to see and find out what the problem is. Maybe I do need to. It doesn't make any sense though. I don't know what difference it would make, but let's try it. Okay, so this time I have the wire actually connected to the switch. I don't know what difference it makes, but we'll see. Uh-huh. And we have light. No light. Light. And the converter box is on. Okay. I guess that's what we need to do. Okay. Well, now that we got that part figured out, now comes the wiring. So, okay. I think when it comes to the plug, I'm just going to leave that alone, except to fix this. I am going to need more wire for this. I can already tell. Alright, well those wires aren't going to go anywhere. So, I got my plug, my jump for the light, my wound. Let's see. Probably put it in like that. And like I said, I need more of that wire. Yeah, that barely reaches it. Might as well go get it out of the way. Since it's only a light switch, I'm not gonna go and make sure that it's like on there. Well, I'm gonna make sure it's on there, but I'm only gonna be using 2 wood screws, one on each side. These are 1-inch wood screws, and they've worked for me for everything I've done in this RV. And I'm gonna drill those in while I'm putting that switch in there. Not drill them, I'm gonna screw them in. Oh yeah, okay, I don't even need to do that. I was gonna leave these screws in here. They don't really do anything. That's supposed to be for if you have an actual box. But I don't have that. Alright. Looking pretty good, I think. The so-called wire salad. Okay, so once again, I'm going to manually turn this on. This is my timer. And right now, this is my manual switch for the converter box, which is on the off position. So let's see what happens when I turn my timer on. The light came on, the timer is on. Timer is hot. So, lights on, and my converter box on. So, let's see. Now I'm just gonna leave it like this. Well, I'm gonna put it away, of course, and close this all up again, but basically I'm gonna leave it like this, because now the timer is still gonna be controlling this. I just want to be able to control the converter box when I need to. Like, if I am running my solar system and it's at the time that the timer is on, I would like to be able to just turn the converter box off manually without even borrowing the timer. I think it'll make my life a little easier.